Oakhaven, a name that once brought to mind peace and everlasting beauty. A small village nestled among rolling hills. It was a place where the rush and noise of modern life seemed far away, a safe place where the days were long and the nights were filled with the soft sounds of nature, a place untouched by time, where life was slow and peaceful. The villagers went about their days, taking care of their gardens, talking with neighbors, and enjoying the simple things in life. Until now. The wind blows through empty houses, their empty windows like staring eyes. Once filled with laughter and warmth, these homes now stand as silent reminders of some unknown disaster. The oak trees stand silently, leaves rustling as if whispering secrets. These old trees have seen many people live and die, but now they seem to be sad because the village has lost its spirit. The village square, once busy with life, is deserted. Market stalls that once overflowed with fresh produce and handmade goods are now empty, everything left behind. A disturbing stillness hangs in the air, very different from the lively atmosphere that once filled every corner. The fog that now covers the streets seems to bring a sense of something bad about to happen. Something happened here. Something strange. Something terrifying. The villagers have disappeared, leaving behind only reminders of their lives. What could have caused such a sudden and strange change? The mystery of Oakhaven remains unsolved, a shadow hanging over the once perfect village. The first sign was the quiet. No church bells on Sunday morning, no happy greetings from open doorways, just a creepy quiet that seemed to take over the whole village. A lone traveler walking through the early morning fog found the empty village. He called out, his voice echoing through the empty streets. No one answered. Doors were open. Half-eaten breakfasts were on tables. Fires were still burning in fireplaces. The villagers were gone, disappeared. There were no signs of a fight, no signs of panic. The toys in the schoolyard weren't touched. The farm animals stayed in the fields, mooing softly in the quiet. The villagers' things remained, as if frozen in time. The silence was the creepiest thing of all. It spoke of something fast, something silent, something beyond human understanding. The village held its breath, waiting for an answer that never came. The police arrived, their surprise quickly turning to serious determination. Teams of investigators searched the village and the nearby woods looking for clues. The lack of evidence was confusing. No footprints, no tire tracks, no signs of anyone breaking in or a fight. Days turned into weeks. The mystery grew. The village of Oakhaven became a ghost town, frozen in time, a scary reminder of the unexplained. Among the things left behind, investigators found clues: a half-written letter, the pen lying at an angle on the table, a child's drawing showing strange figures coming down from the sky, and in the attic of the old library, a dusty diary. The diary, belonging to the person who started the village, told of an old legend, a story of a hidden valley, covered in fog, and whispers of creatures from the stars. Could this be more than just a local story? Section 6. Theories of the Unexplained. Lots of theories, each one stranger than the last. Alien abduction, a government experiment that went wrong, a doorway to another dimension. Some even whispered of an old curse, an angry spirit taking back what was hers. The investigators, though, remained doubtful. They looked for logical explanations, scientific proof, but in Oakhaven, logic seemed to have disappeared along with the villagers. Section 7. A glimmer in the darkness. Just when all hope seemed gone, a discovery. Deep in the woods at the edge of the village, they found something. A cave, hidden behind a wall of overgrown vines not seen before. Inside, the air was cold, stale. The slight smell of decay hung in the air. The light from their flashlights showed the scary truth. Section 8. Unanswered Questions. A single skeleton lay in the middle of the cave, surrounded by strange symbols carved into the cave walls. The air was thick with a creepy silence, as if the cave itself was holding its breath, guarding secrets long forgotten. The symbols, though old, seemed to almost be alive, whispering stories of a time long past. Held in its bony hand was a piece of parchment, covered in faded writing. The parchment, fragile and worn, seemed to be a relic from a time when myths and legends began. Each faded letter hinted at a story, a warning, or maybe a request from the past. The writing was studied, translated. Experts and historians studied the delicate script, their faces showing deep thought. What they found was both interesting and scary, a glimpse into a ritual that went beyond the limits of time and space. It told of a sacrifice, a ritual to calm an ancient evil. The ritual, described in careful detail, involved gifts and chants, a desperate attempt to stop a darkness that threatened to destroy everything. The images were haunting, a strong reminder of how far people would go to protect their world. It talked about the stars, a coming alignment, and a promised return. The stars and planets, it seemed, played a big part in this old prophecy. The alignment of the stars wasn't just something happening in space, but a sign of something much more evil, a return that was both feared and expected. Was this the answer to the mystery of Oakhaven? The village, covered in mystery and fear, had long been a source of speculation and legend. Could this ancient ritual and the promised return be the key to understanding the strange things that troubled Oakhaven? Or was it just another piece of a puzzle far more complicated, far more scary than anyone could have imagined? The questions remained unanswered as the pieces of the puzzle seemed to increase, each one more mysterious than the last. The mystery of Oakhaven, it seemed, was far from solved, and the ancient evil hinted at in the parchment was a shadow that grew larger and larger. Section 9. What do you believe? The mystery of Oakhaven is still unsolved. This once busy village, now a ghost town, holds secrets that have confused investigators and fascinated storytellers for many years. The fog that covers the empty streets seems to whisper stories of sadness and fear, but no one has been able to understand its true meaning. The villagers were never found. Families disappeared overnight, leaving behind only small signs that they were ever there. Missing person posters flap in the wind, a sad reminder of lives cut short. The village square, once busy with activity, now stands creepily silent, as if time itself has stopped. Their fate, a scary echo in the quiet houses and empty streets. The homes, now falling apart and overgrown, seem to hold on to the memories of those who once lived there. Each creak of the floorboards, each rustle of the leaves, tells a story of a life suddenly ended. Was it something supernatural? Some believe that the village is haunted by restless spirits, ghosts that appear in the fog looking for closure or revenge. The haunted forest next to Oakhaven is said to be a doorway to another world where the souls of the lost wander without a purpose. A desperate attempt to make an ancient evil happy? Others think that the villagers were involved in dark rituals, trying to make an ancient evil happy that demanded a terrible sacrifice. The old, mysterious altar found in the middle of the village suggests that something evil was happening, a desperate act to stop a greater darkness. Or did something much more evil, much more human happen in the shadows of the peaceful village? There are those who believe that the real horror is not in the supernatural, but in the human heart. A shadowy figure, an evil presence may have planned the disappearances, driven by reasons we can only guess at. The truth is still unknown, hidden in mystery, making us think about the darkness that can hide beneath the surface of even the most perfect places. As the sun sets and dark clouds gather, the village of Oakhaven becomes a place of endless questions and few answers. The fog that rolls in each evening seems to carry with it the weight of many untold stories. What do you think happened in Oakhaven? As you think about the evidence and the theories, think about what it means to believe something. Is it shaped by facts or by the stories we tell ourselves? In the end, the mystery of Oakhaven challenges us to look deeper and question what is real.